welcome back to the Visual Guys Entertainment News with me and Chris in what is hopefully two full bellies. I don't know if you're full, I'm not sure.
I am.
I am. Huh? Happy birthday, Roman Reigns. He turns 40 today, apparently, at the time of recording.
Happy birthday, Roman.
Cheers for that random background fact. You think your dog's thirsty, Chris? We're off to go see Megan 2.0, which is going to be all kinds of awfulness, but for the good reasons. This one looks a hell of a lot more silly and dumb than the first one.
It does.
First one, they sort of give you that. Was it Blumhouse that did them both? Did it do the second one as well?
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
This and the first one give you that sort of like, oh, this could be creepy horror vibes, and this one just that fucking wingsuit and shit. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a train wreck, but for all the right reasons.
Oh, yes.
But that's our film this week. And then, of course, next week, it's the start of our biggies with Jurassic World, Superman, and then Fantastic Four. So
yes.
It's our last little relaxing pit stop until we get to some epicness. But before we get there, what do you want to do first? Because we've got about, half an hour-ish of recording, and I know for a fact I'm going to ramble my ass off to you about 28.
Yeah.
So should we rattle other stuff off and then end with 28, or like, do you have much Canusi news?
Yeah, I do.
You got a bit?
Ish.
Well, there's maybe.
Well, not really. No, I don't.
Because this is obviously the spoiler-heavy review for 28 Years Later, which me and Chris saw last week.
Yeah.
Let's quickly round off the stuff that you have watched this week and that, and then your news, and then we'll end it with 28. Because, like I said, this film's been on the edge of my fucking mind all week, mate, for brilliant reasons. So let's quickly should we do it that way? Does that work for you? Mm-hmm. Do we need a vote? Should we spin a bottle?
Spin a bottle.
Do we have a bottle? We could spin a gizmo. Oh, we've got a bottle. I'm not an alcoholic.
No.
We'll do that. So, this week, because there's been quite a lot that's come out this week. So obviously, we got season 4 of The Bear, which I haven't done yet. I'm going to do it all Saturday night, as well as the Wrestling Night of Champions. What else do we have come out this week?
I don't know what's going on.
I've watched loads this week. What? You won't have done it yet, but Ironheart, first 3 episodes.
Is that out now, yeah?
Yeah, that'll come out on Thursday. When did I watch it first? Wednesday, Thursday. One of them 2 days.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
There's 3 episodes out. So far, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm looking forward to where we're going. It's been hit and miss, but because it's another, not only girl, but a black girl, I don't know if a lot of the criticisms is just, when shit like this comes out, and they're like, Because to me, don't get me wrong, it's not the perfect show. I'm not sat there like, it's not WandaVision, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
And I'm loving seeing a live action Riri Williams, like seeing her develop a bit more and stuff like that. So I think it's really, really cool.
Nice.
What else? I feel like I watch obviously Walking Dead shit, but I'm still still very much like that with it. Stick. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, because Stick is every Wednesday, which is another Apple show, which is phenomenal, which they haven't advertised. It's Owen Wilson's new show. It's kind of like Ted Lasso-y, but he's an ex-golfer, and he meets like a young kid who's really good at golf, and there's like relationship parts where the young lad's, his dad left him, and then Owen Wilson's character, he had a young kid that died at an early age. So they've both got sort of like trauma, and they kind of meet through golf, but it's funny, and there's a moment in there's a girl that's one of the, whatever word you call it without being offensive, sort of like a normal sort of PC modern day girl, but that they've referred to as sometimes she, but sometimes they, them. But there's a guy in it who's dead old school in it. He drives the RV, he's classy, you'd love him. And she introduces himself as, hi, my pronouns are whatever it is, and he's like, yeah, I'm just him. He's fucking hilarious, the bloke. It's a really good, heartfelt sort of show. Yeah. The kind of gives him vibes of, like I said, like Ted Lasso and Shrinking with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford, another spectacular, beautiful show. I recommend you should watch that. Like I said, it's really, really fucking good. Okay. But yes, that's Stick, it's called. Every Wednesday they come out. And of course, we had another new episode of Rick and Morty every Monday they're out, or Sunday, one or two. Absolutely phenomenal, still killing it. And I think that's it, sir. I think that's it.
Is that it?
Ironheart, Rick and Morty, Stick, The Bear, which I'm going to be emotionally drained tomorrow night when I binge it all. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I've not watched anything new this week. I've started Dr. House again.
House.
Yeah.
Love a bit of House.
That's about it.
That will feel dead ancient now.
It does.
Yeah, that will feel. I really enjoyed House as well. I just thought somebody comes in with like one of the worst illnesses, and his doctor bedside manner is atrocious.
First
But-
came out in 2004.
Is that what it
20
was?
year old.
It's a really good show.
It is a
Hugh
good
Laurie's
show.
fucking great.
He is good.
Especially when like I really knew him from the stuff that he did with Stephen Fry years and years ago, where he's a bit like this, and then you go in the house, you're like, oh, this is completely different. Same actor, but it's different.
I tried
person.
to watch that other one he did. He was he a therapist or something like that? And
Therapist.
he was something like that. I couldn't get into it.
I'm not quite sure what that one is.
I have to really look at it because I can't remember what it's called.
Is there a reason why you thought I'm going to do House again?
I just needed something to watch while I was in the wagon.
Oh, fair enough. It's quite long as well. Was it like 8 or 9 seasons?
Yeah, it's about 8 seasons.
Yeah, and there was like 15 or so episodes per season, is it not?
I was about 24.
Oh, there you are. Way even more, yeah. I've only ever ran through it once, so there'll be some gaps in my memory of certain episodes and shit. But you've just been doing House this week.
Been doing House this week.
Well, I recommend, like I said, you do stick at some point.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll catch your Rick and Morty when you can. Ironheart. So whatever you do or don't do, you can give us a roundup for next week and tell us what you watched, what you liked, what you didn't like.
Yeah.
Right.
I shall indeed.
Go on, here's with some news, sir. We'll end with 28 because
News this week. We are starting off with Disney. Disney.
no.
We are getting a live action PC version. Pocahontas.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's all about a Native American lady.
Yes.
Um,
And a little raccoon and a little.
oh shit! Yeah, the little raccoon. Who isn't it? One of the old. What do they call them? The founders. One of the thingy Columbus sort of people that finds her.
Possibly.
I can't remember. Okay, there's a live action Pocahontas coming out.
Yes. You haven't got any dates on it yet. It's still in early days.
They're going to tick them all off, aren't they? Every Disney's going to be a live action now.
They are. Marvel has announced that Audrey Plaza will return to the death of the MCU.
Nice. Not a fucking problem. She was phenomenal.
She's got some upcoming projects in the works.
Yes, please. Amazing. We love Aubrey Plaza. She's fantastic. And she was great in Agatha.
Balls.
Yeah, we'll take that any day.
Amaze balls. Dolph Lundgren
Dolph Lundgren.
has hinted that he is doing another Masters of the Universe remake
Jesus Christ, okay.
for next year.
Fuck me. That's going to look mental as him as fucking E-Man. Fucking hell.
Mad.
Especially after so fucking long.
Scary. Last week we weren't too sure, but this week it's been confirmed we are getting a season 2 of Mobland.
Oh, it's confirmed.
It's been
Nice,
confirmed.
okay. When you end up, how Harry's, it's all right, darling, knife in my fucking chest. It's all right, don't worry. We need to see how that fucking plays out.
I know.
I'll happily take that. That's great news.
That is good news. The 7th of September, we are getting the 3rd instalment of The Walking Dead's Daryl Dixon.
I did see the trailer for this. They had like a mini trailer. I feel like they were in Spain.
That's what I thought. I thought we were going to England here.
Yeah, they were going through the fucking...
The Eurotunnel.
Yeah.
So why did they end up in Spain?
Because they've gone, literally, if they've left, if you've left France, they could have easily just left a bit and not crossed to Britain, and then, unless it's them somehow making their way home.
They're halfway through the tunnel.
Yeah, I don't know. It's... They were the vibes I got.
Yeah.
Fuck knows.
Well, September, we've got it, so we'll find out what the crack is. I don't know what you are on your food. That's right. I'm missing one. What am I missing? I'm not missing one. The Stephen King's The Stand is getting a film adaptation done.
Right.
There was a series out at one point.
Okay, I haven't watched it.
I can't remember if I did. I think I did. I can't remember.
I don't think I did. Well, no, I definitely didn't.
But was it a film? No.
Right.
So it's Stephen King, so it should be good.
Is it a horror? What's that?
I think it is. I can't remember if I have watched it.
Like I said, top of my head, I have absolutely no fucking idea.
Stand. I don't want Newcastle.
Oh, how are the tune?
Stephen King. I thought no. So just give me a premise. Just give me a premise. Just fucking give me a premise. Premise. Premise of Stephen King's Stand: a deadly man-made flu pandemic that wipes out most of the world.
Right.
A few survivors are left to rebuild society, but they are drawn to either a 108-year-old woman named Mother Abigail or someone called Randall Flagg leading the final confrontation between good and evil.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely haven't watched anything to do with that.
No, I don't think I have. I thought I did. I might read the books. I need some more books to read or listen to.
Yeah, you'll have to think of the stand and say, yes, this will be worth it.
See, that's the TV series. And Amber Heard was in that. I'm sure I watched that.
Well, unless it was bad and you just fucking erased it.
Because I remember the cover at least.
Nah.
No, I don't either.
Oh, well, I'm sure. Did you say it was come out as a film?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll end up watching it anyway, so.
Yeah.
We'll give you our do's and don'ts.
I'll have a look at the book, see if I can listen to the book. But, who are you?
But,
I don't know who does you. We are getting a live action version of Bratz.
Oh, the little doll thing, figure thing, whatever they were. Okay.
And Kim Kardashian is in talks to play the villain. I don't know if there was a villain in Bratz.
I didn't realise there was a story there. I just thought it was a. Customise and brush their hair and shit.
Something like, isn't that the thing? Them things you used to get bought in the balls.
Oh, maybe. I just remember there just being a figure. I can't fucking remember. I remember vaguely the logo. I have no idea. Okay. There's a lore to Bratz apparently.
A Lilo and Stitch live action 2.
I saw the announcement of that.
Is in the works with Disney.
Showed you Stitch driving off in his little car, being like, ha ha ha. So, number 2 is officially in the works. Oh, just because you said in the works, I saw the poster from season 4 in development. What they said.
That is in development.
Which is annoying because it means it's going to be fucking ages away.
Dakota Johnson is reported to be eyed as a big star in Star Wars.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's always weird when she does shit like this. Because she seems to not give a fuck about it. Like, do you remember when she was doing Madam Web? And they were asking about the other Spider-Man films and all this shit? She was like, can you name them? She was like, Spider-Man, the man that swung about and shit. I was thinking, it's funny and all, but like, I'd like if you knew a little bit about...
Yeah, do some research, level.
Yeah, I can imagine she gets to the world of Star Wars, like...
Do some research.
Is Darth Vader still kicking about?
On the 26th of September, in selected theatres, there's an extended 4K cut of Spider-Man 2.
Oh, nice.
Coming, but only in selected theatres.
Probably won't be out. Even though we did get the Spider-Man run that I did for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row. 8 weeks in a row.
I'm fine. I'm not dying.
Dr. Dog's here to check. Dr. Dog.
A new Transformers movie is in the works, and Michael Bay will be back.
Okay, fair play. Not because I saw that they're not doing any more with Transformers 1, which is a shame because there was a few films that came out last year that were massively critically acclaimed. Audiences love them because not enough people went to the cinema. The studio saw them as a fail, which is there was a few. I can't remember the list now. But that was unfortunately one of them. They're like, yeah, we're not going to do any more Transformers 1, which I'm gutted about.
Gutty.
But at least it's Transformers coming, so I'm happy there.
Yes. And finally, this one is just a rumour. I hope it's just a rumour and don't go anywhere with it.
Oh.
The rumour that Rachel Ziegler, the one who's now an OnlyFans tart, is going to be starring in the next Sound of Music.
Okay. What is it they get wrong in Sound of Music? Was it peanut butter?
Huh?
The year it's supposed to be set in, but they have peanut butter and they're like that one. Is it peanut butter? There's like an error.
I know peanut butter was in Little House on the Prairie.
No, it's you should know it from the fact when Sheldon tries to ruin it for Amy.
Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, it's Little House on the Prairie, not Gone with the Wind. Sorry,
Gone with the Wind.
That's the thing I'm thinking about. Yeah, switching
Sound
to
of
peanut
Music.
butter. Sound of Music. Sound of Music. Yeah, them ones all. Because that's the one where is it a bunch of kids that have escaped Germany or something? Is that one of them?
Yeah, and Julia Roberts is singing on top of a mountain.
Yeah. Classic
Apart-
and iconic, but
Yeah. Well, apparently there's a rumor that Rachel Ziegler's going to be doing a reboot.
will that not be owned by like Disney or somebody?
I don't know.
Because I'm sure it might not be, but if it is, surely they'd be like, no, we're not doing with you again.
A classic musical is set in Austria during the rise of the Nazi German war.
Fair enough. Oh, Dick Van Dyke.
No, he was in Mary Poppins.
He was in Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, yeah. I know that he was in loads. Did he do Chick Chick Bang Bang as well?
Yes.
Yeah, he did like loads of them old. I can't
Aye.
remember which ones
Yeah.
and shit like that. Because did he not just raise the turn? Was it 100 or like 99 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Fair play to him. Still looks
And
better
then you've
than
got
me.
David Attenborough, who's 90 odd.
Oh, yeah, they're all look better than me. But is that the Canusa news, sir?
That's the Caduceus.
Lovely, sir. You'll have to tell me how much time we got because there's a
15
lot.
minutes
50, is that it?
before we can leave. That's at 1:30. This thing's at 20 to.
20. That's all right. Because was it only 6:15 now?
Yeah.
We should be fine. We got fucking 20 minutes of trailers and shit anyway. Anyway, right. Yes, 28 years later, we're about to spoil it for you. This is the big main event. The film that's quite literally been on my mind all fucking week. Do you want to start us off, sir, or what do you think? Some do's and don'ts and shit. We'll do the end as a
To be fair, the entire film I really enjoyed.
Yes.
From start to finish, I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the starting off on the journey for this young lad to become a man, to get his first kill,
Yeah.
to through the jungle, through the forest even.
The jungles of Britain.
The jungles of Britain. To get his first kill was a fat slob.
Yeah.
And then obviously to get, was he a giant? No, chief? No, was he?
The alphas.
The alphas, to meet his first alpha.
Yeah.
There's a fun fact about the alpha in a minute.
Oh, hello.
Hello. I'd like to say the storyline from that, and then going back, and then finding out about his mum. So he then goes back out with his mum to find this doctor who was a bit of a psycho who used to collect dead bodies.
Yeah.
And then we figured out why, because he used to build pyramids,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
of dead bodies.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes' character.
Yeah. I thought he was a fucking good character.
I thought it was phenomenal.
He was. Sad ending. And then even more weird ending at the end.
Yeah.
But the entire storyline, apart from the last minute, was weird. But the entire storyline, I enjoyed.
It was
really
yeah.
enjoyed it. I was on my seat, just like, let's go.
I completely agree. I was so engrossed. I thought this is absolutely, just completely outstanding. And this is the reason why I love storytellers at their best, because everything has a massive meaning. And like the whole there's two different adventures, one with the mum, one with the dad. And like I was saying to you, Aaron Taylor Johnson, he was phenomenal, putting a great Geordie accent. Come on then, Spake, let's can get your kit. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, lads. To even hear him blading races and shit, I was like, this is fucking phenomenal. But that world, like that scene where the alphas chase them, the first one that you see, across the ocean, and you can the background, because obviously there's no light pollution.
No.
So you can see all the stars, and,
Yeah.
and it just looked fun. I was like, don't get him. But then it's just a beautiful story on like sort of human nature and shit. And like his dad being a bit complacent because you see him sort of like chilling, that big fat fucker's about to get from behind, and how his dad's, you know, pushing him constantly to be like, okay, you need to be back to being a manly man and all this kind of stuff, getting the kills, getting the hunts, even embellishing the fact that Spike didn't fail but didn't do amazing at his first time out because he was with his bow and stuff, but they get back and he's telling these stories of oh no, he's a giant killer and all this stuff, and cheating on his missus and whatnot. It was heartbreaking, it was gut-wrenching, but like most people you meet in it weren't actually bad or evil as well. It was showing that the human condition was still there. Like even Ray Fiennes, who's the whole thing about it, these aren't infected, gone thingy, they're just sick people, and I used to be a doctor. Yeah. And his little tradition of how he helped people out, that scene, that it proper fucking broke my heart, where his mum eventually passes away, because obviously he's, you know, blow darts him, so he can't move, he takes her out, comes back, I feel like I'm crying now. When he says put the best spot, and when he climbs up, I was thinking, oh no, my God, it was fucking breaking my heart. It was so beautiful.
It was.
And the fact that, you know, because Aaron Taylor Johnson, the way that he was still trying to be a dad, but himself, he was kind of lost in this world. He kind of felt like he was living make believe in his head, pretending that everything was all right, making breakfast and baking and that. But really, obviously, his wife's dying upstairs, and he knew that she was dying, but he just played off that he didn't. And then trying to build this false relationship with his boy, because he truly did love his boy and he wanted the best for him, but he was kind of, because they got onto this island and life was relatively normal, it felt like there was all this complacency, and they were just trying to get on, and like everything's fine, and when shit really hit the fan, it was like the realization of, okay, really is it, shit is at the fan and stuff. Like I said, Ray Fiennes was just beautiful and phenomenal. Even seeing Erik, this Swedish UA sort of guy. Yeah. The fact that there's like the details that this young lad is showing him, you know, talking about delivery drivers, because it's mental in one part of the world, well, the rest of it, you just sat there waiting for your Amazon delivery. And I thought it was a really beautiful metaphor for me and you right now, and everyone else. There's bombs going off in countries and wars, and I'm going, oh, my Funko Pops are getting delivered tomorrow. Yeah. It felt like, what a way to just sort of take a look at, that's real life, that. And he shows him his girlfriend, she's had a cosmetic surgery, he's like, she looks funny. There's a girl back at the village who's allergic to shellfish, and she looks like that. And even like moments where he's like, why does she call you dad or whatever? And then he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And you know, he's a dick. I know a dick when I see a dick and all this stuff. The mum was beautiful in this. Yeah. She was outstanding. But even like seeing the alphas, when they were, yes, they've got the rage virus and shit, but they still had a sense of community. A lot of them stuck together. There was still a sense of, you know, because people quite often they find groups, don't they? And they still did that, and they had a hierarchy. Even seeing the pregnancy, Ray Fiennes even says that the magic of the placenta, was it? The baby's not being like thingied, and for a split second, the infected mother is connecting with another mother to give birth, and it's only when the baby's out she then attacks again and stuff. Yeah. So it's like not all hope is kind of lost thing. And it was just a beautifully well told story with great cinematography, and absolutely just, there's so much you can pick apart and break down. And I was thinking about, I just want to do a full video on this, just breaking down everything that I've seen and whatnot. And there'll be people out there a lot smarter than me that have seen so much more. But like I said, it's been on my mind, this film, all week. It was true, it was proper. But I know a lot of people are hit and miss in this. Hit and miss. They were saying it's not very good for a zombie film and all this kind of stuff. But I feel like that was kind of the point. It was kind of showing you this journey and how time still kind of continues, and people still trying to live normal as they can in this world. And the emotional story, because quite often when we have zombie shit like The Walking Dead, you come down to a lot of the human stuff, and I felt like we had it in this, and it was honestly, it was outstanding.
It was a good film, really good film.
It was outstanding. That but you're about to say, I think you're about to say it, but I've even kind of swayed on the ending for different reasons now that I've really thought about it. I don't know if you want to just spoil the ending now.
Yeah, right. So the ending, we got to an end. The Spike went off to drop the baby off and went to do his own little adventure to explore more of Britain.
He wants to walk until he can't see the sea.
Yeah. And then we come across some weird people.
The Jimmies.
Which basically the Jimmy Savile gang. There was about 4 or 5 of them, wasn't there? And then it was like
Zombies are coming. A one, a two, a fucking go.
Fucking go.
And then fucking nunchucks came out, fucking sword, I think.
Yeah.
Fucking a stick or whatever it was. I'm like, what the hell are these? And then we figured out it was the Jimmy Savile clan. The guy, who's the guy?
Jack O'Connell.
Jack O'Connell, who played Jimmy Savile-ish. His name was Jimmy in the film, but obviously this was set 28 years ago, so Jimmy Savile was still quite a big name back then.
Yeah.
So the shit he's done in the past has not came out yet.
Yeah,
so everyone still praises Jimmy and the Teletubbies, weirdly.
The world ended in 2002, so that's 28 years later passed.
Yeah.
Nothing, because even with the, did you notice they had pictures of the Queen in the house? Because for all they knew, the Queen's got out and got to safety and shit like that. So they still lived as if it was 2002 kind of esque.
So yeah, we just got a ninja Jimmy Savile's on the loose, which was just weird.
It was certainly mental. What's your overall thoughts? Because like I said, I've got a lot to say about this scene now that I've just sat and
I don't know. I don't know if it was the right thing to do, or even if it did, maybe leave it out of the UK version because the rest of the world wouldn't get it.
Yeah, they would not have a.
Where people in the UK, it hit a lot of people.
Massive,
yeah.
And especially when the Americans out there watching this film, at the end of it, they're right, quickly Google this character, and they start reading about, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure if it was the best ending for it. They should have just left him sitting on his perch with his fish.
Yeah, chilling and looking out with his hand. So you're not overly keen on that ending?
Not that ending. No. The rest of the film I really enjoyed. But just that split second of an ending, I was like, what the hell is this?
I think the reason why we reacted the way that we did and we were like, hang on a sec, was because it just comes.
It does.
This is what the fuck? This is Power Rangers as Jim Savile.
Yeah.
And it kind of throws you off guard. And I think it's not till you sit and you stew on your thoughts and think about the scene and the meaning, because there's a bit of a sadistic thing that happens here, which you don't realise at first, and you're like, oh, okay, which I'll break it all down in a sec. But the beautiful poetry of the ending though was where you had a story of Spike taking his Power Ranger, going out on his journey to become a man, realising I'm becoming a man, I can leave this behind, to the boy who's made his whole persona this kid's thing, because the last time we see Jack O'Connell, the first time we see him was as a boy, and so he's grew up as a boy with no one around him throughout this world, whereas Spike had Aaron Taylor Johnson, his dad, to show him everything. I'm getting goosebumps. And he's identified with all this stuff that made him feel safe. The Teletubbies, that's why they're playing in the background, and it's the rock version and shit like that, because it's all the shit he can identify with and that he can relate to, because he had his world as a kid, blah blah blah. Oh shit, the zombie apocalypse shit happens, and I'm just here on my own. And that's all he's been able to keep hold of, whereas Spike can let go of that because he's been... And I just thought that's some beautiful symmetry from getting rid of the Power Rangers, because I'm becoming a man, to this is all I know. These were, when I was a kid, these were the heroes, these were the defenders, these were the, like looking at Spider-Man and shit. Whereas Spike has seen the defenders now, which are humans, like his dad and shit, so we can get rid of it. And I thought, I was thinking, that's fucking so much beautiful. Then there's loads of this weird little symmetry, and the fact that it's and again the Jimmys, because the Jimmy Savile at that sort of period, I can't remember what time he actually went off TV, but you have like stuff like Jim will Fix It show, and of course, maybe in his head he's thinking, that I'm this person who helps dreams and helps people and gets people through and stuff like that. This is a character I can put on, and he was a huge cultural. Icon of at the time until the stuff come out of he's the ultimate entertainer, he's the ultimate all this kind of shit,
wasn't he?
Yeah. So I get why this kid who's grew up and not been able to become a man and do all this stuff that you usually do is just still clung on to all this shit. The fact that we see him at the start, like I said, he gets his dad's cross, that he's wearing it upside down, which leads to think that this is a symbolism. He's going to be absolutely disgusting, because again, imagine a kid in a man's body growing through this world. So we were just speaking about kids and empathy and stuff. So he might go. We see that they carve Jimmy into the upside down bodies. It's in the house, isn't it? So they do their own weird shit anyway. So they're not, because they haven't been brought up properly. But I thought the weird little bit of, oh my god, this is pure sick, was when you think about it was Jimmy Savile saving a kid at the end, and I was when that really clicked in my head, like the day after, where I was like, oh, that's some absolute what the fuck. Yeah. And of course, as well, you got to remember as well, we've both just admitted we've gone through for me and you, a beautiful, phenomenal film. This scene was made properly and correctly with real intentions and real stuff behind it. They haven't just gone, let's make a weird, wacky ending. That's been all done on purpose with all the symmetry and this kind of stuff.
It's all been legitimately like thought about and shit. I just don't know if it was the right thing to do.
No, like I said, I completely agree with you, but given, well, I guess I kind of half agree with you, given the context of what we know little about Jack O'Connell's Jimmy character, and like I said, bringing himself up and shit, as far as we're aware anyway, I kind of don't mind it. I kind of quite like it, because if you think now, if the world ended now, how quickly will you stray and find weird groups with different identities, and like you go for The Walking Dead and you see cannibals and shit, or if you go through other zombie games like Dead Rising, you'll meet groups of people that inspire around a certain fandom or a certain thing that they eat, and I thought you will have people like this that aren't that over the top. Like I said, it felt weird because it just sort of happened. You're like, hang on a sec, from Jimmy Power Rangers, what the fuck? It fucking just took us off guard.
It did. It just fucking popped up. Like, what the fuck?
And it was like you said, the car kept saying the way under it. 1, 2, I can go. It was weird and it was thingy, but like I said, when you break it down as a scene, it's like, oh. And I think they did it like that, and it was so in our face for us to have this reaction, for us to be like, and it's just going to set up the madness that is the Bone Temple. Is that what the next film's called? It's out in 6 months,
Possibly.
isn't it? Is it the Bone Temple? I think it's the Bone Temple. That's out in 6 months, and I think it's for us to be like, oh, this second one's, because apparently there was 3 themes of each film. This one was it family or was it grief? And the next one's supposed to be violence. And if this is the characters we're introduced in the film that's centered around violence, So yeah, I when I told you I was gonna ramble on to shit about it. When I finished it, I was like, whoa! But when I really digested it and broke it down as a scene, I really fucking like it. Like I really like it. It just hit, how mental are people going to go, and the fact that they're holding on, because let's face it, if I was out in the wild, you can guarantee now, if I was some sort of zombie slaying guy, I'd be upset with my cap shield, I'll have my Aragon sword, I'd be like, you know what I mean, I'd be holding on to these things that give me hope and what I think is, and if what the words that I've said are correct anyway, I feel like I get it, and I see where Jack O'Connell's character is coming from.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and it just that 5 minutes on itself, there's so much to digest and unpack, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
But like I said, it just does catch you off.
It does catch you off. It does catch you off. And me thing about the alphas.
Oh shit! Sorry, I have
the huge cock that you fantasized about.
It's a lovely cock.
That was green screened.
Was it green? I did see it was a prosthetic or it wasn't real.
Yeah, because there was kids in the film that couldn't really have
they couldn't have
a naked big fat cock chasing a kid.
Yeah, because especially when you get to the train and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the shit?
So that was green screened. He's penile.
Yeah, he was. I think they said to me that it was played. The actor was 6'9".
It looked a little bit like Jason Momoa.
Give Jason Momoa vibes. You're not wrong. Yeah, it was just.
Would have been mint if it was Jason.
he's got a show or something coming out soon. You might know what it is. Where he's put on a little bit of beef, but it's still like muscly kind of beef. Where he's just like in a nappy thing, and he looks fucking super fit. I showed it Laura the other week. I was like, this he looks fucking great here. His hair's tied up. Like I said, he's got a bit of a beer belly. But
have we not discussed this? I think I know which film you are about. I just don't know what it's called.
I'm not 100% sure. He looks very tribally, sort of in the jungle, like a little nap. That's the only images I've seen.
That sounds like that program I used to watch on.
Is it Apple TV?
Yeah.
I get the vibe that it's an Apple TV show.
Because they're all blind.
Yeah, and the stuff that I've seen, it's him talking to the camera like a behind the scenes thing. So it could very well be
Because
that.
Jason Momoa is Dave Bautista's his brother in it.
It could very well be that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now.
Sight, blinds, vision, some shit.
I can't fucking remember.
I can't remember, to be fair.
But yeah,
Sight?
it's Sight.
I can't remember.
It would be cool if it was Jason Momoa, but even the alpha's being called Samson. Like, again, I don't know my religion. I feel like that's even a religion because Ray Fiennes gives him that name.
Yeah.
And the fact that he doesn't kill him, showing you to his humanity still. I hope we see him again in the future. I don't know
It'd
if
be
we
nice
will.
to see him again, like.
He even say when he gets saved off little Spike and all that kind of stuff. Do you know another? I will end it with this one. Another beautiful scene when we're on about symmetry was when Aaron goes out hunting and they're seeing like the deer carcass and whatnot. But you get flashes to the infected at night in that bit. I thought that just because it was like the night and thingy cycle playing.
Yeah. It was most of the forest scene that they used the iPhones, didn't they?
Yeah, which is a fucking great setup.
It was.
Absolute. Just
it was.
Thing of sheer beauty. Aaron Taylor-John's Geordie accent. Did you like it? Do you think he did well?
I think he did well.
I think he did absolutely great.
Very well. Obviously, we were set over in Newcastle and shit, and obviously that island is kind of a real island.
Yeah, you can go visit it.
Because I've delivered to that island actually.
Nice, fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing a Newcastle shirt as well. Just that's always going to be
And,
positive.
and your son.
Yeah, Blaine and Races here, and that's what I see every Newcastle. Amazing. But yeah, I think, and I can't wait to see Aaron Taylor again because I'm assuming he's going to have to venture out at some point to try and find him.
To find Spike.
I'm worried though. I think he's definitely going to die, or he's going to become an affected and maybe an alpha in his own right. I don't know how many years it takes to become an alpha, but imagine if Spike comes back and he sees his dad as like an alpha or some shit. That would be. Because him and his dad are surely, because they've got two different ideas of how the world works, so I can see them butting heads at some point.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, film a massive 1 billion out of 10 for me. Absolutely phenomenal. It's either that or Sinners so far as the film. We've got three. We've got Thunderbolts, Sinners in that.
I'm going to give it 9 3/4.
Oh, sorry, Harry Potter. Apart from 9 3. Yeah, that is 9 3/4.
Just the end. I'm like, what? Yeah. No, can't be done. Except they just left it out of the UK version, but give the rest of the world it. But I suppose if it's going to continue the story, they're supposed to need to be in it. So
it just sets them up.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think our reactions are because of like, where did that come from? But when you really broke down the scene and tried to understand it, it to me it now plays, and it's a fond memory now. Where I've gone back online and tried to see anybody that's leaked that scene, I could just watch it again and again and again. I've seen it so many times now, but it's just so weird. But yeah, it's 9 3/4, and like I said, just it's fucking phenomenal. 10 billion trillion out of 10 for me. This so far. I can't wait to talk film of the year at the end of the year. And two of them have Jack O'Connell and Sinners in this. I know Jack O'Connell was in it for a little bit, but he's in it. But there we go, visuals. We'll leave it there anyway. You'll get our thoughts and shit on Megan 2.0 next week as we're about to embark on watching Jurassic World. Yeah, I said this week it's for me. It's Binging the Bear.
Binging the Bear. I'm gonna do some Ironheart. I need to do Dean from Supernatural. Jason Eccles. I need to do his new series.
What's that?
It's a cop show.
Right.
I need to do his new series, and I also need to get back into Walking Dead because I'm a couple episodes to be honest.
I don't even know if I can't be asked with it. I can't be asked with it. I think we're done. Are we done?
I think we're done. I don't know.
It was out of everything I watched this week, I give little to no shits about it. I can't lie. But in between Rick and Morty stick and other shit.
I do Rick and Morty.
Well, that's 5 episodes. Plus you'll do what's that 5 episodes too? Is it about 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, not even that because they're only fucking short.
And all the NCIS shit will start up again soon. So
I always like to try and get shit done before like the new wave of shit comes, but sometimes they will parallel and overlap.
Yeah, they do.
Because they haven't got long for me anyway till Rings of Power. So August.
August. Yes,
I'm sure you told me August.
3 of August.
But anyway, we'll leave it there. We're going to go watch Megan. This is going to be extremely awful and dumb, but like I said, for the right reasons. Well, hopefully for the right reasons. I want a dumb film, but I want to giggle. Hopefully it's not just like, what the fuck.
Yeah, it looks weird, and that's it. The dancing, I don't even think we should be even watching it, to be fair, but yeah, whatever.
But thank you for listening to Visuals. Go check out 28 Years Later if you haven't already, and then get ready for an awesome July with me and Cross. But keep being you and keep on keeping on.
Yes, and as always, people, take your vitamins,
No.
enjoy the sunshine, drink plenty of water. Love you, bye.
Love of the water.